I don't understand that.
Yeah.
What are you eating? That looks good.
It's a cookie.
That looks good.
Yeah, and you started talking about food, and then I just got hungry.
It looks good.
I can't share this with you, obviously, because it's just one.
Yeah, it's probably a lot. There might be some dairy in there, and things that go bad with.
Yeah, even if there was no dairy in there,
you wouldn't share it. No way.
No, I love this, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good.
Can I have this cookie?
Absolutely, man. It's bro, you're a hardworking man.
Whoa. Yeah.
Is that how we rolling, Simon?
Yeah.
We just gonna put uprise. We need. You know what we need?
What's that?
Speakers.
You know what I believe? I believe that.
I believe
that.
We need a speaker in here.
Yeah.
We play uprise.
Yeah.
Because it gets you right.
You know what's so funny? You remember this was like a moment in time.
It is a moment in time. And
this is a moment in time.
I loved it. I loved it, and it was everything that needed to happen. Ooh. Simon's mad. I keep messing with his mic.
Upright.
He is mad. He was mad. I'm messing with the mic.
I was sick, man. That was like a really, really nice.
We spent time in the studio.
Fun. Yeah, that was fun. We had a good time.
I think it's necessary though. The uprise gets my mind right.
It pumps you up.
You had to have your get right music.
Yeah.
For the game.
And the uprise does that for you.
It does it.
And nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
It gets the people going. Don't you hate?
If they understood what the uprise stood for, they wouldn't even play it. They'd be like, "Nah, you know what?
They're like,
OC Jason, I'm pretty sure you can't play that music on here. Not on our platform. You can't play that on our platform, buddy."
Hey, when you just said that lyric to that song, that's what makes me so mad about Kanye.
Yeah.
Because I just I want to your music and one-liners and this is your creativity. Yeah. But now you want to be on the other side of we're not getting into that. I just thought about
we're not. I forgot we don't.
No,
do
we
that
can.
anymore.
We can. I didn't want to. We can. Yeah. But it just made me go. First thing I thought was, I started thinking about that concert I went to when him and Jay-Z had that album. Yeah. And it one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Dope.
It was amazing. But as soon as you said that,
I don't think we can, because
as soon as you said that, I said, "Oh man, I just,
Yeah. Anyway, what you got for us today, man?
What do I got for us today, bro? What do I got for us today? Yeah. I got a lot, bro.
Listen, one of us has like an iPad, and one of us is just sitting here.
One of us,
so it's obvious that
one of us has an elephant brain.
Yeah, but it's
can
obvious
remember
that,
everything.
No, but you have on glasses.
Yes,
and you have an iPad on your lap, and I'm just here chilling.
I can't remember this stuff.
My pants don't even cover my ankles. So one of us is serious. The other one is just here for. I'm here for vibes.
Oh, okay. Before we get started, because you are crazy and that is hilarious. I don't have any, because I do want to say something.
Okay.
Before we go into this, and I want to know what you think, because we were just talking out the cuff, because you said those lyrics.
Yep.
Do you feel like because people do something that you don't like their behavior off the field, not as a musician? You know how people go to that. Don't put that music on. Don't play that. Mm-hmm. I've never been like that.
Yeah. So you've been the guy who you separate the music from the person? Is that what you're saying? Or
I will not play R. Kelly.
Okay. On principle.
Because I can't even listen to it anymore.
So you don't believe you can fly?
My daughter was singing that too. I'll play that.
You don't believe you can fly?
I'll play that.
You don't. So you do believe you can fly?
I do.
So say it then.
I believe I can fly. Okay, you got me there.
I got you on that one.
But I'm not singing 12 play.
You're not singing 12 play. Nothing to do with the.
I can't do.
I got you.
Obviously,
you don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
But I believe I can fly. I think
what he's talking about.
I'm feeling that.
All right.
But you think about, how I feel about Kanye off the field.
Okay.
But I'll bump me some Kanye.
Yeah.
I'll bump me some Kanye. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It happened to me yesterday.
Okay.
Also.
Okay.
I can't even lie.
All right.
Because I was listening to my music, and my random playlist, and one of his songs came on, and I was like, oh, man, Kanye is so sick.
I mean, when
as a musician, so sick.
But you're just like,
so sick as a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. And truth be told, we had a conversation.
Yeah. We talked about this a lot the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the phone.
And I think we just came up with the you know what? Let's just leave that alone. What you got for us, man? Because there's no way that
you can't. You know the thing about all of this, OC, and we talked about this yesterday, is you need time to flush out all of this stuff, having conversations. Mm-hmm. And we're lucky because our listeners will go there with us and we can have those conversations. But the podcast will become 2 hours. Yeah. It has to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It has to, because we're thinking out loud, which is, what people do.
We're not. You're not allowed to really do that anymore.
You aren't. You got to do it in safe spaces and safe places.
Yeah.
And our podcast is a safe place until it's not.
Yeah. I thought it was.
It is. I think it is for 90% of the people.
Yeah. In a way it is. As long as it's a safe space, as long as you're talking about things that people are comfortable with.
Or that don't impact them.
The minute it impacts them, then it becomes it's no longer a safe space.
Yeah, if I'm a doctor and you're talking about, law, dentist all day, it's fine. But
if you're a doctor and you're talking about law, it's okay. Yeah. But the minute you start talking about doctors, hold on now.
Hold on. Exactly. And I understand that. That's kind of the things we are always discussing.
Yeah.
That's what we're always saying. But
the crazy thing about even us is that we're comfortable discussing things that affect.
Yeah.
Even for, say, for instance, Simon wanted to have a conversation about black people.
Yes.
I would listen. I would be okay with.
You always do.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to hear what he thinks.
Or what he's trying to figure out.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Because I want to know. I don't know. Maybe I might learn I can learn something about black people from Simon. I believe I can.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though he's not black.
Because you can't have
Simon black?
Simon might be black.
Is he black?
I don't know.
I think he might be.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah.
I need a DNA test.
Yeah, we'll find
the
out
whole
later.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
History says everybody is, but we can keep moving.
That's a fact that you're not allowed to say out loud.
Original man?
Yeah.
I will say this. If more people could just ask questions without having the answer, we would get to the bottom of a lot of things and there wouldn't be so many fearful conversations. I ask questions that I'm very ignorant about to you. My understanding of Africa, especially politically, has all stemmed from conversations with you. Look at this, go here. I can ask anything and be ignorant. I might even say it wrong. I might even say it offensive. But I get corrected and put on the right path, and I'm open for that.
It's easy, yeah.
Yeah, so I do believe that in your safe groups, you should be able to have these conversations. And if that group gets bigger and larger, we wouldn't have the problems we have from a societal standpoint. Because people we don't know everything. But we want to engage in conversation, and we will be corrected. But it's like, correct, let's talk through it, and let's understand our opinions and flush things out. And I just think that's a much better way of operating, I think. Yeah, I see that. We see that in sports, too. See that in everything. By the way, Kirk Cousins, right?
You like that?
I'm going to tell you, and it leads into this. I always like talking about stuff that everything ties into football somehow. When Kirk Cousins, they win, Vikings quarterback on the plane, for people that don't know, has all the chains on with his shirt off, flying back. Just the cameras are out. And you know what you saw? You saw defensive linemen, all people from all different position groups over there celebrating, having a good time. First thing I thought was, this is dangerous in a good way for them.
Okay.
Because Kirk Cousins, been in the league a long time, family man. You know, he going to practice, going home. You know, he might not hang out with the fellas all the time. You know, he got a family. I want to hang with you a lot of time. What do you tell me? I got things to do, J. Bell. Right? It's not because you don't want to.
Yeah.
You got things to do. And that's what happens if you play long enough in the league. But I think moments like that are what bond teams. Kirk is, you know, he's anybody who knows his personality, that ain't him, but he's just, I'm with the fellas. It's all good. Like when you're in game time and he walks by the defensive line and says, fellas, go get this stop. You like, I got you, Kirk.
Okay, so let me ask
feel
you
that.
something. I do. I feel it, right? And I got to be honest. I see that whenever I see him like that, right, doing that, it brings me like joy. Like I feel happy when I see it.
Me too.
Right? I feel happy when I see that.
Yes.
I'm like, it takes me back to a time, and I remember that feeling. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I remember having friends like that, and we'd hype them up too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something that I wanted to discuss now that this has come up.
Okay.
Right? And I didn't even think, it wasn't on my brain until you brought that up. We didn't discuss beforehand.
We just tying shoestrings, okay?
Cultural appropriation.
Okay.
Right? Cultural appropriation.
Right.
Which I hate when people talk about it.
I know you
do. It makes
do.
me so angry.
You do. You are not into it. You are. It takes you to the other side of the street quickly.
It makes me so angry
Yes.
when people start, cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Like, look at what I have on right now.
Yeah.
Right? These are Japanese pants. Right? Japanese. This is a style that they've worn for centuries.
Yep. Very
right?
fashionable.
Yeah. And I'm wearing this, right? And nobody says anything to me about this.
Right.
Right? But the minutes, say for instance, for Halloween, right, a white person decided to dress like Jimi Hendrix, right? In honor of Jimi Hendrix.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They're not allowed to.
That's crazy.
It is.
How do you want to be
insane?
How do you want
me.
to be accepted, but yet we are appropriating things into categories where you can't do? That is exactly what we're fighting against.
Insane to me.
I know.
Insane.
I know. It's you. When people
one of my friends
the hypocrisy.
One of my friends sent me a video, right? And it was as I was putting on my Japanese pants.
These pants.
As I was putting on my Japanese pants. And he's a guy who I respect. I love this guy. And he sent me a video, and it was of an Asian guy.
Okay.
Right? And he had cut his hair in a fade.
Okay.
Right? And he had twisted up his hair here. And it was a comedian, right? It was a black comedian. And he was like, look at this appropriation. And I was just looking at him.
The anger
I wanted to jump through the screen and grab. I was so upset at him.
It's so ridiculous.
Like, what are you talking about,
It's
man?
so against everything people have fought for. Man, imagine this. Imagine this, my food expert. When people travel places, when people go places, they experiment with food. They want to try this. The food is the culture. It's the essence.
Yeah.
Imagine someone saying, oh, you can't eat that food.
You can't eat that food.
Why? That is, or you couldn't. That's how dumb to me it is. There's a lot of things. I hate using the word dumb. I'm sorry. I want to refrain from that. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
What are you eating? That looks good.
It's a cookie.
It looks good.
Yeah, and you started talking about food, and then I just got hungry.
It looks good.
I can't share this with you, obviously, because it's just one.
Yeah, it's probably a lot. It might be some dairy in there, and things will go bad with me.
Yeah, even if there was no dairy in there,
you wouldn't share it. No way.
No, I love this, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good.
Can I have this cookie?
Absolutely, man. It's bro, you're a hardworking man. You probably got 75,000 miles in this morning too.
A lot of miles.
Yeah, so I know how you get. I know what's happening.
A lot of miles.
How this ties in is that imagine in a locker room, all these different people, all these different walks of life. When I got to Dallas, my buddy, defensive end, I hang with the defense.
You only hang with the defense.
I do. It's what it is. Demetric Evans, shout out. He works for the NFL now too.
Don't we all?
Yeah. All the smart guys.
All the smart ones.
He's from Louisiana. All of a sudden I get to Texas and the music, the stuff. Like I had never heard this stuff on the West Coast. I loved it. It's early Cash Money, UGK. I never heard none of it. I lost my mind. I was like, this is unreal. I went back in the off season playing it. This is before streaming and all. So you had to have physical CDs. People were like, oh, this is dope, man. That Texas rap, all this kind of stuff. That stuff from the South. Like, was I culturally appropriating?
Made me choke, bro.
Was because it wasn't Snoop and Ice Cube and I mean, I loved it. It took me over.
Yeah.
That's how stupid. Sorry, I'm trying to refrain from that too.
Yeah.
That's how much I'm so frustrated with all that. You look at, goes back to it. How do we bond in an organization? It's I'm showing up to your party. Oh, your party's this, I'm there. Oh, my party's this, you're there.
Yeah.
Maybe we dress like this. Maybe we eat this, whatever. Like all of that, understanding what you're doing culturally is the key. When you hear these coaches talk now, and you've been in some private conversations I have, they talk about how they associate with these younger players. They talk about how they have to treat them. And the smart coaches don't say, oh, these guys. They're just like, no, this is what we are now. Like, yeah, this is how it rolls. And when I saw Kirk Cousins, when I see guys just go out of their comfort zone to bond, I go, this is something special.
Yeah.
That's why we love this sport. We get to see that condensed.
Yep.
It's so powerful because it's so finite amount of time.
Yeah.
So you got to make these shifts quickly. Like literally at this point in the season, right, Osi? These bonds have to have happened, right?
Yes.
If you don't figure out who you are, what you are, how you're working together, you got a problem.
Yeah. I had made a joke earlier about how we're all working for the NFL. Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah.
But I wanted to put something out there. I'm going to put it out there, J.
Put it out there. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I'm going to put this out there.
I'm looking at some confidentiality notes. That's not even a word. Is it confidentiality? Yeah.
Confidentiality, yeah. As I look at that helmet with the shield back there.
Yep.
Right?
Talk to me.
I'm going to put something out there.
Okay.
And anybody who wants to come for me can.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. I might be right behind you on this one.
Yeah. We talked about this.
Oh, then I am with you. Yes.
People can say anything they want to about the NFL. Right? They can. Take your shots. Take your shots.
They love to.
Yeah. Take your shots.
Yep.
And I know that a lot of people know that I always go to the line of things.
Yeah,
right?
But that's why you're good.
Yeah. Like I always
off the field.
Yeah, always go to the line.
Yeah.
Right? But here's what I will say about the NFL. And here's what everybody needs to understand about the NFL. Right? I take it as a personal responsibility to defend the NFL at all costs. At all costs. I will never. We will never.
Because I stand with you.
Right? Mm-hmm. Go against them. And there's a very selfish reason why.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Yes, there is.
There's a very selfish reason why. Right?
Mm-hmm.
As unfortunate as it is, there is nowhere else in this world, there's no other industry in this world
mm-hmm.
that has created
mm-hmm.
as much generational wealth and has given as many opportunities to black people as the NFL has. It's an unfortunate reality, but it's the truth. And as a social responsibility project, understanding that, knowing that I can't even foresee where this is going to come from,
mm-hmm.
we got to protect that shield.
Yep.
Must be done.
We just talked about this.
You can say anything you want to say, right? But that is, as Nacho Libre likes to say, the nitty-gritty. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
Yes.
And so I see it as anything that I can do
mm-hmm.
to promote them,
mm-hmm.
promote this NFL.
Yep.
To bring more to the NFL.
Yes.
I'll do.
Yes.
Because I know really what this is doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And
I just thought I'd just say that.
We talk about this.
Yeah.
We've always, especially when the NFL's under attack,
Yep.
we will call out inequities.
Mm-hmm.
We will call out problems. But we always discuss the solution because we know people behind the scenes are actually looking for the solution.
Yeah.
Now, there's one component of that I'd like to add, which is not only the players, but now there's a link to the game, people involved with the game, the business of sport, and how that is changing, how that looks. And you're right. Now that we're retired and we've been out a while, we can see people who have progressed into different industries doing different things that have started in football, in the NFL. Now, in the locker room, we knew from a mentality standpoint, they were probably going to do something. But imagine how many people you know are doing something they want to do because this game has given them the ability to go out and try to make an impact. I'm not even gonna say his name. I got a guy, friend, literally in California, start school. He started a school. Yeah. And he said, and he wrote, Robert Golden's his name. You should look him up. But he wrote, I remember on Twitter, he was like, the NFL gave me my dreams.
Yeah.
And all my dreams came true. He's like, all I want to do is make kids' dreams come true.
Yep.
Brilliant mind, brilliant heart. But the game allowed him to go change lives. What you're doing in the NFL
100%.
Africa, the things that we are passionate about, the NFL gave us that opportunity when there weren't opportunities there. I went to UCLA, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best decision I ever made on accident.
Football did that. Yeah.
The game.
The game.
Now, everything I've done, when I got there, I could compete with all the students.
Yep.
I went to business school.
Yep.
Guess who helped me with business school, with paying half of it? NFL.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got people on doing morning shows in America. We got VPs of Goldman Sachs.
Straight up.
Just ridiculous. Yeah. From the Shield.
Yeah.
Starts there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And we understand there's always bad actors, right? We're not here saying that. In every walk of life, there's bad actors. But you don't attack an institution.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but I'm for it.
Yep.
Because, if I'm a trucker, you look at some of these countries and you look at truckers and how they respond politically. If someone says, hey, we're not going to do this to gas, we're not going to tax you on this, we're not going to do that, they'll block a highway. They will line them trucks up and block it all, right? Because it's their industry. And this is another thing about when you look at why they try to keep us separate. It's why they try to keep unions out of everything. Because unions make people come together to protect their place in a profession to some extent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I like
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
I like that, man. Did you see anything this week, anything that sparked your attention besides the fact that the Rams are done?
I tell you what did catch my attention, speaking of the Rams, right? And I found it really, really interesting.
Okay.
Right? What are the Rams now? 3-6? They're a 3-6 football team?
3-5.
3-5, 3-6, right? Who?
Yeah, they just lost to Tampa. Yep.
They're 3-5 or 3-6?
3-5.
3-5.
Yeah.
Who's crying for the Rams?
Who's crying for nobody? You shouldn't.
Right? No, but I feel like it's not this team, J Bell.
You shouldn't be, right?
This team just won the
Super Bowl. Like, it's all good.
They just won the Super Bowl.
Just won it.
And now they are 3-5 or 3-6, right?
Yes.
But here's the point I'm trying to make. I remember when we won the Super Bowl.
Yep. Talk to me about
We
this.
lost a game.
Yep.
The next year, the first game of the season to Dallas. I could have sworn the whole roof was going to collapse in on us. I could feel the walls closing in.
You like, come on, people, we just won the Super Bowl.
And with the Rams,
right?
I feel like, are there really any Los Angeles Rams fans, like super fans?
That's the problem with being in L.A.
Nobody really cares. They're like,
You got the Lakers, and most of the time it's just to be seen, right?
Yeah.
But to be a football team in L.A., you got to win because you got to recruit that element. You have your fans, but to get that buzz, it's got to be winners.
Yeah.
Because that's what L.A. wants to be associated with.
But when they're losing, it's like, nobody really.
Yeah.
Imagine like all the teams, right, that we're talking about, like the cornerstone teams. And I think that this is something that the NFL has to be conscious of. They have to be very conscious of this. Because the cornerstone teams, when they're losing,
fans are complaining, they're emotional.
What?
Yeah.
It's like, it's visceral.
Yeah, yeah.
But then the Rams, it's not even like nobody's even making a peep. It's like,
Is it because you gave us a Super Bowl, we're going to let you give you a pass?
No.
You don't think that is?
No.
I agree.
Nobody
I agree. I want to
care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the Rams. Like, how messed up is that? A strong team like the LA Rams, and they're 3-6, and everybody's just going about drinking coffee.
I know. I heard one of their players, I don't want to call him out, but saying something at the end of the game, basically calling out the offense. And I was like, when I heard him say that, I said, yeah, they're done.
Finished. Finito.
Once you start doing that,
Yeah.
Because if I'm on defense and we are supposed to be them dogs on defense,
Yeah.
I don't think I can call out the offense because there's been plenty of teams. You think the Baltimore Ravens, when they won the Super Bowl, the first one, you think they were calling out the offense? No. They were like, no, we're going to win this game.
Ball. Yep.
We got to do this.
Yep.
So it's absolutely the truth. Thoughts. I really want to know your thoughts, and this will end on this. Chiefs obviously win a close one against the Titans. They have that is a battle always with them. They finally pulled that off, and the Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say at this time, and you have a clean slate, is this is the essence of the playoff system in the NFL, right? You can have all these records. You get a matchup that is tough, and or you hit a point where you think you're going to win, so you start kind of slow, like you just don't have that kind of fear, and you lose. I mean, that's how some teams just creeping. Cincinnati last year.
Yeah.
Cincinnati last year. So, I mean, as I see that, I'm not sure what I think.
There is no favorite anymore. There's no favorites. You can't say for a fact, right, that Kansas City or Buffalo will beat any team that beats them in the playoff. You can't say for a fact. You just don't know. You don't know.
And when
anybody can punch you in the mouth.
No, anybody. And now when you look at, you are what you are. If Josh Allen has a day off at the office, they lose.
Yeah.
Like, he has no balance, bro. He has no, man, I just don't got it today. Let me just get this running game click in and start feeling myself, and then, okay, maybe I close the game out.
Yep.
That's not the team.
Doesn't exist for him.
KC, though, I think they could figure it out. I mean, Mahomes, it is still Mahomes, though.
If Tennessee had Ryan Tannehill, which is crazy to say,
right?
Ryan Tannehill in that game, they win that game, which is insane to say.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. All right, we got more to talk about next week. So it's this time for Ask Osi, Ask J Bell, really quick, because my man has to get out of here and be a father, because that's what you are, a caring father. Yep. This is from Troy. He says, "Who will agree with me?" Okay. With some quarterbacks fading fast, Patrick Mahomes is alone as the best in the NFL. Josh Allen the next best. Okay. Love the podcast so should we answer that first? Let's answer that first. What do you think?
That's what I think.
You're not convinced? I agree with you, Troy. I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, for me. Yep, and Josh Allen is the next best. So that's why I led with that, because those are my guys. So I wanted to know what you thought. So yes, I agree with you, Troy. And he says, love the podcast, and notice that J Bell almost always takes off his jacket during the podcast. Wow. Usually when OC starts talking reckless, I just took it off.
That just happened. That is an eagle-eyed observation.
That is the truth, man, because I get scared. It's my core temperature gets higher. Yeah. And this is from Stella. Is this another person? Stella.
How Stella got her groove back.
Yep. Do you get to vote in the UK or US or both? I am the US strictly.
I can vote anywhere. I can vote in like 4 countries, man. Yeah.
That's elitism right there. I love it. I love it.
I can vote in 4 countries.
I'm only the US, and I do absentee ballot, and there's some people in our administration trying to take that from me.
Yeah.
If I was in Georgia, they would knock me off the voter roll, for real. Yeah. All it takes is some random person to challenge me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't vote.
Economics. Man.
It's crazy. Yeah, anyways,
let's get you out of there. Let's get you out of there.
I know.
I would be doing the same thing. Get you out of there.
We're laughing, but it is. The attack on voting in the U.S. right now is, I mean, it's unreal. Yep. It really is. They don't want people to vote. All right. Hanging in there. We are hanging in there in the top 20 of UK podcasts.
Okay.
We're hanging in there.
Okay.
All right. Please keep us there. Please do. And subscribe to all of the platforms so you don't miss an episode. And there's a shout out, OC.
Okay.
There is a shout out I want to give to Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy.
I take my jacket off and I lean my chair back. When I came in here, I gave a little lean.
Lean back.
It makes me feel comfortable.
Lean back.
Lean back. Lazy Boy. Thank you for this chair. Really. I'm going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
OC, why is my chair doing stuff?
I want this one in my house.
You do?
This is the exact one.
It gives me everything I need. So shout out to Lazy Boy. Yeah. Watch us on the NFL, UK, YouTube, and see. Simon writes some of this stuff so for y'all to know. See at what point I took off my jacket.
He knew.
I can't believe it happened before it happened.
That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh. Till next week, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Keep subscribing, keep watching, keep listening. All love. All right.